we're going to get started on our grammar. So if you please grab your reading and grammar notebook. We're going to be working in grammar. We're going to turn our book to the next clean page right after concrete and abstract. Let me grab the camera and I'll show you. That's our slideshow. Oh my, lots of things left open. Sorry about that. Okay. Here we go. All right, so in our book, we were on concrete and abstract last week. So we're just going to turn it to the next clean page. And what we're going to work on this week is possessive nouns. So I'm going to write possessive nouns. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back to our slideshow so we can watch that. Oh, guys, I put only one S in there. I need to have two S's in there. Oh, I'll fix that and show you. Okay. All right, what is a noun? Oopsie boopsie. What is a noun? So we know that we have common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns like dog, cat, school, house, puddle. Proper nouns like Vision Charter School, Mrs. Martinez, Daphne, McDonald's. Concrete and abstract nouns, laptop, pencils, notebook, stuffed animals. And then abstract nouns, joy, sadness, fear, excitement, dreams, goals, that kind of thing. All right. Now we're going to talk about possessive nouns. So if you'll copy this very thing, possessive nouns show that something is owned by someone or something. Just going to copy it right off of that, okay? Possessive, nouns. Boy, when I wrote that the first time, I thought, boy, that doesn't look right. Show that something is owned by someone or something. Okay, go ahead and get that written down. Okay, if you aren't finished, I would like you to push pause in the video right now so you can finish writing it down, and then you can come right back. Examples of possessive nouns. The dog's bowl. The bowl belongs to the dog. The girl's dress. The dress belongs to the girl. Do you notice anything about these possessive nouns? Do you see the apostrophe S? That's what we're going to put in there to show that it belongs to someone else. Possessive nouns have an apostrophe. Can we write that sentence in our book? Possessive nouns have an apostrophe. A-P-O-S-T-R-O-P-H-E. A-P-O-S-T-R-O-P-H-E. Dad's car, Mrs. Smith's class. So you can you put your little apostrophe S And it shows that it belongs to the person that you put the apostrophe S or the thing that you put the apostrophe S. So far we've just been looking at examples of people. What if we have a knob that fell off of the dresser? It would be the dresser's knob. We put the apostrophe S for the dresser. If you're still writing, go ahead and push pause right now. We're going to move on to the next one. Nouns that don't end in S can be made possessive by adding apostrophe S. Mary's house, house that belongs to Mary. The phone's screen, the screen that belongs to the phone. In the example, they said the ear belonging to the boy's ear. Apostrophe S. All right, so we're going to write down this one rule. Put number 1, nouns that don't end in the letter S can be made possessive by adding apostrophe S. Wow, that was a lot of writing. Go ahead and get that written down. Take your time. You don't have to write Mary's house or phone's screen. You just need to write nouns that don't end in S can be made possessive by adding apostrophe S. I'm going to go ahead and have you push pause if you still have writing to do, just so that our video isn't too long, and that way you can just pause it when you need to pause it. At the end of this, I'll show you my notebook, and you can copy down anything that you need in your notebook. Nouns that end in S can be made possessive by adding just the apostrophe. So it's a bunch of ants, and it's their hill. So you say the ants apostrophe hill. That means that that hill belongs to all those ants. Monkey's cage, that cage belongs to a whole bunch of monkeys. The house belonging to the neighbors, it's the neighbor's house, and everyone that's in the house is the neighbor. All right, so we're going to write down that next rule. Nouns that end in S can be made possessive just the apostrophe. Okay, go ahead and get that written down. All right, go ahead and push pause if you're still writing. And we're going to go to this spot. Okay, the paper belongs to Mr. Elliot. So we're going to be copying down the paper belongs to Mr. Elliot. We're going to write down who owns something. Okay, who owns something? Mr. Elliot. Just write Mr. Elliot. Okay. And the paper is what they own. So we're putting a little space and write paper. And how do I show that it belongs to him? It doesn't end in S, so I can just do apostrophe S. Mr. Elliot's paper, apostrophe S. I wish there was a way I could write on here for you so you could see it. I'm going to make some notes here in case you need to see this when we show the camera. All right, so if you need to pause, you can go ahead and pause. If you need to wait till I go over it with you in just a moment, you can do that as well. The nest belonging to the birds. So it's the bird's nest. That ends in an S. So we're going to write down the birds okay, and it ends with an S, so we just need to add the apostrophe nest, the bird's nest. Okay, if you need to pause, go ahead and pause. All right, so it says, let's practice. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have us go, let me see if there's any more slides after that. Yes, okay, let's practice. I'm going to come back here and hit the escape button there and come back to the camera. All right, so before we get started on that part, look at all that I've written down. So let's go over this. I wrote down possessive nouns show that something is owned by someone or something. If you don't have that written down, you'll want to pause and get that written down. Possessive nouns have an apostrophe. An apostrophe looks like this. That's what an apostrophe looks like. Nouns that don't end in an S, which are a lot of nouns, they can be made possessive just by adding apostrophe S. For example, if I was going to say, the dog's toy, you could just say dog. If I said it belongs to the dog, all I have to do is apostrophe S because it doesn't end in S. Number 2, the nouns that end in S can be made possessive by adding just the apostrophe. So if I have a lot of dogs and it's already an S, that's the dog's kennel, I can just put a little apostrophe at the end of that S. The paper belongs to Mr. Elliot. It's Mr. Elliot's, apostrophe S, paper. The nest belonging to the birds, just apostrophe, nest. So I'm going to give you a moment, and I'm going to let you pause if you need to, and get this written down in your book. All right, so you should be pushing pause or have already pushed pause, and we're going to go onto this next side here, and we're going to do practice. I'm going to label 1, skip a line 2, skip a line 3, skip a line 4. If there's more, we'll skip a line for those 2. So go ahead and get practice written down. 1, skip 2, skip 3, skip 4. Okay, I'm going to head back to the slideshow. If you need to pause this, please do so right now. Okay. All right, so we're going to practice. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's do, oh goodness, guys. There we go. Let's do 5. 1, skip a line, 2, skip a line, 3, skip a line, 4, skip a line, 5, skip a line. Okay. I wonder how I can make that go. Oh. don't know why that's on there. There we go. I think we're good now. Okay. The room that belongs to Ryan. What are we going to say? Ryan ends with an N. It's not an S. So we're going to say Ryan's room. Ryan is a capital R, A-Y-A-N apostrophe S, room, R-O-O-M. All right, number 2. The book that belongs to the library is the library's book. It ends with a Y, so we can do apostrophe S. The library's book. And we'll check our answers when we get done with this. So go ahead and just do your best. Okay, the next one, the jewelry that belongs to the girls. Oh, it ends with an S. So all I have to write is apostrophe. The girls, apostrophe, jewelry. The girls already has an S at the end, so we don't want to say the girls's. We want to say the girls, apostrophe, jewelry. Okay. The next one, the toys that belong to the cats. It ends with S. There's more than one cat. So we do the cats, apostrophe, toys. All right, and number 5, the phone that belongs to mom. That would be mom's phone, and mom does not end with an S, so we do apostrophe S. Mom, apostrophe S, phone. Mom, apostrophe S, mom's phone. Alrighty, if you need more time, go ahead and press pause. We're going to go to this one. Lots of nouns start with a P, like a plural noun. Let's give an example. A plural noun would be like, I have one paper, I have all of the papers. I just add an S. Or I have a peach, or I have a bucket of peaches, ES. What is a proper noun? Proper noun is the noun that names a specific person, place, or thing. So give an example, Mount Rushmore, Idaho Vision Charter School. Think of another character. Nemo. That's a proper noun. What is a possessive noun? A possessive noun shows ownership. Someone owns something. It belongs to them. So the dog's leash or the people's seats. You can do either of those. All right, so I'm going to exit out, and I'm going to take us to the camera so you can copy down, and then we're done for today, guys. All right. So the room that belongs to Ryan, Ryan's room. The book that belongs to the library, the library's book. The jewelry that belongs to the girls apostrophe jewelry. The cat's toys. The toys that belong to the cats. There's more than one cat. The cat's apostrophe toys. The phone that belongs to mom. Mom's phone. Right. So make sure you get that down in your book. Make sure you have all of the other stuff written down in your book as well that I've shown on here. Let's see if I can get that up there a little bit. All right. So there's everything we wrote today. So if you need a moment to slow down and write it all, go ahead and push pause and get it all written down. And then when you're finished, maybe you can get up and stretch and do a silly dance or do some exercises, touch your toes, jumping jacks, run in a circle, and then come back. And we're going to be doing our reading interactive notebook and then our read aloud. All right, guys, I will see you there. Heading to reading interactive notebook.